Everything that you've heard from other YouTube coaches, I want you to put that shit to the side for a bit, because my philosophy is completely different than 99% of them. And something that I strongly disagree with most of them is what to do after you upload a video. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Romayroh. I've been running Faceless YouTube channel since 2018. And since then, I've posted over 10,000 YouTube videos and I've made over $1.8 million across all of these channels. So first, let's get something straight. I've never had an emotional connection with any of the content that I've posted. My strategies and my beliefs are not just from my experience, but strictly based on numbers. And this is where it gets a little bit confusing for people, because other YouTube coaches give advice based on one goal, right? It could be affiliate links, it could be music deals, it could be high ticket sales. Each one of those things is a completely different strategy. But my strategy and my advice is just on how to get views in general, right? So if you were to give me a random topic, a random niche that I had to start a channel on, something that I don't care about, I could probably blow that channel up. And actually, I did this recently. On August 12th, I posted a video on a topic that I don't give a shit about. And in just 39 days, this YouTube channel made over $12,400 in just ad revenue. And here's my point. The actual content or the quality of your video does not matter. And I say that because for this YouTube channel, I haven't watched a single video, right? I don't even know if the voice is a male or a female. And in some of my previous YouTube videos, you've probably heard me say that this is easy. But what I mean when I say that YouTube is easy is that it's easy to create the videos. That can be fully automated, which it is. So again, your channel may not be failing because your content is shit. It might be failing because of your strategies and what you do, right? A lot of people's main focus when it comes to YouTube or YouTube automation is just like creating the best high quality Michael Bay motion picture. And nobody gives a shit what the quality of your video is. As long as you repeat a certain pattern, your chances of seeing success increase tremendously. You know, that's what separates people who do this long term and people who get a viral video and then their channel completely dies. Which, by the way, getting a viral video is easy. I don't give a fuck what you say. It is very easy. Pick a trendy niche or make a video on something trendy and then do that every single time, every day of the year, and you're gonna see results. That's what I did with my celebrity news YouTube channel, right? When Ellen DeGeneres got canceled, I made a shit ton of money. When Johnny Depp and Amber Heard got into that court battle, I made a shit ton of money. When Diddy got arrested, I made a shit ton of money. And I don't care about any of those topics. I really don't. But just because it was trendy, I got views and that channel ended up making over $1 million. So listen, there's multiple ways of doing YouTube. One way is the passionate, creative, quality content direction. And the other one is just, hey, fuck it. This is what you gotta do. Repeat this for 365 days a year. And there should be some results. So essentially this video is deeper than just what you do after uploading, because it's more of like the strategy of how you're gonna start posting videos from here on out, right? So let's break down the first part. 7 months ago, Dan the Creator posted this video here, and Dan the Creator is another YouTube coach. His ideation is actually goated. I don't think I've seen anybody else with better ideation than this guy. But point is, this video got 156,000 views. I recreated that video with a different title and a different approach with a very similar style of thumbnail. And in 4 months, I got 784,000 views. Now, the actual content and what was in the video was completely different, but I packaged it based on a competitor's winning video, right? A winning blueprint. So what I did after uploading that video is I went on YouTube and I searched for another winning formula, another winning blueprint. Here's another example. How to beat the new YouTube algorithm. This is a video I posted 2 months ago and it has 103,000 views. Now, if we search up that title on YouTube, you can see that the packaging of all of these videos is very similar, right? The thumbnails, it's ridiculous. Now, they're all different in their own way. Now, I posted this 2 months ago, and I got the idea for this video and the packaging because of, again, Dan the Creator. 11 months ago, he posted this video title, very similar, that got 273,000 views in 11 months. So after that, I go and find another YouTube video and I do the same thing and I repeat that process, right? That is what you have to do after uploading every single time. Your video could be boring. It doesn't have to be the most entertaining. I mean, obviously you don't want it to be dog shit, but you just want it to meet the bare minimum requirements of what the audience in your niche really watch. So my advice to you, when you're first starting a YouTube channel, or if you've been doing this consistently and you're not getting results, the packaging is the most important part. And everything that you do when it comes to choosing video ideas should be based on the thumbnail and the title, right? You gotta have that envision first before you even make the video. Because, you know, like if I open up my Google Docs, I've gotten a lot of video ideas that are completely original and I just haven't recorded them because I can't think of what the thumbnail is going to look like. I can't think of what the actual title is going to be. In these Google Docs, I just kind of start writing some notes, things that come to mind, and they never get put out, you know, because I don't want to waste an upload. I don't want to waste a day. Every time I create a video, it costs me money and it costs me time. So before I want to be all creative, I first need to be getting consistent views, which technically on this channel I am already, but this strategy is working, so I'm not going to change it. And this strategy is what I did on all of my faceless channels. So this doesn't come down to a secret setting that you have to turn off or you have to turn on before posting a video. That's not what it is. You just have to identify who your top competitors are in your niche, and you have to recreate what they did, but in your own way. Now that's the idea, right? I've been using my channel as an example, but I'm gonna go more into detail. Now I have a school community where I teach people how to start automation channels, and I essentially take them step by step on what I did. And in this community, I've worked with thousands of people and their channels. Link is going to be in the description of this video and in the pinned comment if you want to check that out. But something I noticed that a lot of people failed in was doubling down on something that works. Let me explain. Something I've always done on this channel is tell people, hey, if you want to do faceless YouTube channel, start in the celebrity news niche. A lot of people did, but there was an issue. Now here's an example of why so many people failed. Now you might not be doing celebrity news or a trendy niche, but this still applies to you, right? You want to know this just in case you can apply it, because it might be the only thing you needed to do all along. So let's say you start a celebrity news YouTube channel, and one day Leonardo DiCaprio is trending. You post a video and it does well. The next day, Young Thug is trending, so you post a video and it does shit. The next day, a K-pop band is trending. You post a video and that also does shit. And then they would get stuck in this cycle of chasing trends, right? And then they would be like, okay, well, what the fuck? You know, Romayroh said if I posted videos on trendy topics, it would go viral. Well, I did it and it didn't work. Well, that's because you lost sight of the bigger picture, which is the audience, right? That comes back to ideation, the audience of your channel and what was performing before. So if your best performing video was about Leonardo DiCaprio, think about the audience that watches that. Think about the person behind the screen that was watching that video. What do they look like? Now, once you have that picture in your head, ask yourself this. Do you think they know who Young Thug is? Do you think they give a fuck about K-pop artists? Right? So the second that you see a video outperform the rest, everything that is surrounding that topic or person or whatever it is, that is all you're going to post about for the next 15, 30, 40 days. Because you just found your micro niche. That means you found that specific audience that didn't have many videos targeting them, and now they finally found your channel. So in this example with Leonardo DiCaprio being your best performing video, that means that your web of video ideas should revolve around Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, because these are actors that kind of relate to him, right? They all blew up during the same early 90s or late 90s, 2000s. So the audience that cared about Leonardo DiCaprio is most likely to care about Ben Affleck, not Young Thug. So that's kind of what it all comes down to, right? And as for the video quality in itself, at least automation, you just need ChatGPT, 11 Labs, and vidIQ. That's pretty much it. But again, I want to make it clear, this is all based from experience, right? I could be completely wrong and I just got lucky on 10 different channels. But anyways, if you're someone that wants to start taking YouTube seriously, let me show you what's inside of my school community. But for those of you that don't give a shit, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. But anyways, if you're still watching, I'm just gonna make this very, very quick and not painful for both of us, okay? I hate promoting. So when you join, you get multiple things. Number one is the blueprint step by step, and this is just a quick recap on how to start a YouTube channel from A to Z. But all of the videos are in the tutorial vault, and this is 60 videos plus where I go into extreme detail on how I've been running my faceless YouTube channels. From editing tutorials, AI tutorials, Photoshop tutorials, SEO tutorials, you know, trial and error experiences that I've had, everything that you could imagine is in these videos. And I'm just gonna quickly scroll down so you can pause if you want and kind of just check it out. Which, by the way, there was a new vault update, which was 18 new videos where I asked members of my community what was missing. I went ahead and recorded it and also added some strategies that I didn't before. Yeah, I tried gatekeeping for a bit, all right, but my community got too big, so I was like, all right, we're full sending it with this. The next thing you get is a list of niches, and these are niches that I picked myself. But the best part is that I go live 2 times a week, and this is where I speak with you guys directly, answer any questions, review your channels, all of that good stuff. And for those of you that are curious, we can go into the wins tab. I'll show you some of the wins of the community. We have members like Fatality here that in 1 month he made $1,600. We also have members like Majo here that have been consistently making over $2,000 every single month. We also have members like Mehmet here that in his first month he made $231, and in his second month he made $7,100, which is a crazy difference. Again, link is going to be in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. And that's pretty much it. Y'all have a good day.